Okay. Well, this is a meeting that I've already started before, and for some reason it didn't record. This one does say it's recording. I'm on my just my laptop today. It is Monday morning, or Monday about 12:30, and I got my little background, which is different. I want to do a screen share, and I don't know how really to do that. So we're going to try to open this up and maybe do a good screen share. It's easier for me to do on my OBS, which is something that we got to work through. Anyway, looking at the stuff, my dogs are wanting a chicken nugget, which I got for lunch. So I'm going to give them a little bit of a chicken nugget. Just go lay down. Go. There you go. And we'll continue on with this kind of stuff. So it's the second week. We begin the second week today, Monday, which is the beginning of the week, whatever. And so far, spectacular. Extra points for everybody. If I could, I can't, but here's what happened with the discussion boards. They were beautiful and they were perfect and they were succinct, and you guys did really good jobs on those. And the only thing is some of you did not respond to others. That's why your scores were lower. That's the only reason. Okay. Everything else looked great. You do in the discussions, you got to respond to at least 2 others. So make sure you guys are doing that. If you're not doing that, go back and do it, and then let me know, and we can maybe get you some more points. But in the future, every discussion board that you do should have 2 responses, 1 for 2 other people, or at least add to this situation. Okay. So I'm going to be adding them for this week. And when you guys have posted something, I'll try and chime in and add a little bit extra information. And we'll go with some of the other information about the situation, whatever it's talking about. Today, let's talk about the fun stuff that happened with Will Smith. We're going to use some vocabulary, and we're going to learn some vocabulary based on the Will Smith and Chris Brown incident, where he got up and smacked him and then walked back to his seat. So first of all, we're going to talk about the main thing too is, let's look at, okay, when Will Smith walked, that's called ambulation. That's a technical term for ambulation, is walking. And you saw Jada Pinkett Smith with no hair. She had shaved her head. And the joke was something about G.I. Jane and all this kind of stuff. I don't know. My girlfriend showed it to me, and I don't really pay attention or care about those things, but it's now everywhere. And so let's talk a little bit about alopecia. What is alopecia? So alopecia is a Greek term borrowed by Latin and now in the Middle English. Okay, so it's one of those little terms. Alopecia is what it's from, and it comes from mange on a fox, or a fox with mange. That's where the original word comes from. So mange is a condition that dogs can get where their hair starts falling out. It's also an autoimmune. So alopecia, no, go lay down right now. Go lay down. Alopecia, that's my dog, does not have mange. She's a little bit too furry. It's translated as mange on foxes. Okay. And what happens is the hair follicles start dying off, and you start losing your hair. It comes out in patches, and it's an autoimmune. So auto means like for self, right? Immune means the immune system starts attacking the self. So that's what happens. It starts attacking your own hair follicles. Well, why does that happen? There's a lot of reasons. The number one reason, and to understand this the most, is stress. Stress will lead to more autoimmune system issues than anything else, because we don't have a better reasoning or a better idea of what's going on, because there could be chemical issues, there could be physical issues with certain glands perhaps, or something like that. But like chemically, we're looking at the body attacking itself. Okay, the immune system freaks out. It doesn't recognize that you're you anymore. Okay, there's certain cells in your immune system that go around and just check IDs, like the same ID you'd have to wear for school, right? It says, Fortis College, and that you're a nursing student, or you're a whatever student you are. And the what's it called? The security, for example, front door people, those are like white blood cells. They would check your immune response. They would check your ID and make sure that you should be at the school. Now, if they don't recognize you, they may try and kick you out. Okay, if you don't have your ID, or if your ID has been forged. And these are things that bacteria and viruses and fungi can try and do. So there we go. So other ideas with alopecia is it can cause hair loss and skin irritation, and it can also start from chemical exposures sometimes, but usually it's a stress event. So mental stress and psychological stress over time can lead to these kind of autoimmune issues. Now, the system also does tend to break down over time. I mean, but most old people don't have alopecia. It does happen with people. It's similar to like rheumatoid arthritis is an autoimmune. Um, what's this, systemic lupus erythematosus, which is SLE or lupus. Okay, lupus, they get what's called a lupine, which is, again, back to dogs. Lupus is a wolf, and we get a wolf-like marking. It's like a similar to a marking a wolf would get on their face, or like a raccoon kind of thing. They get like a rash. Okay, rosacea. Oh yeah, fox mange. Okay, so it really doesn't have much else in here. I mean, it can also be from chemotherapy drugs or chemotherapy of different kinds, because chemotherapy drops your immune system. So these are all questions that are possibilities. We don't know exactly why she had this issue, but it could be from stress, it could be from chemical stress, and that's going to be like from, let's say they had some kind of therapy that reduce their immune system. Now you look at all of these medications you see on television, and we're looking at what's it called? We're looking at many of them are about eczema, okay, and stuff like that. Eczema is also a autoimmune issue. So what happens is it modulates or changes the way the immune system works. That's what the medicines do. So if you notice, those medicines will always say things like, make sure that you don't have any other diseases, or you're allergic to this, which I find completely insane. Make sure that you're able to, what's it called? You're able to get, I don't know. I'm just talking on my butt right now. It's just interesting that shows up. So alopecia can have a few different causes. It has a few different presentations. Some people lose hair in patches. Some people lose it all at once. Sometimes it also causes skin irritation. So those are the things. You can also lose body hair. So that would be like armpits and groin and things like that. That's a possibility. But we're going to go today to the interactive live lecture real quick. The instructor live session. This is what I was trying to do last week. I had 2 videos that I posted up, and I don't know where they went, so I have to change some things. So if you go to week 2 instructor live session, you're going to see chapter 3 musculoskeletal system, the PowerPoint. Now I did videos on this already on YouTube. You can look for those. I'll put those on YouTube too, but this should also stay here. I got to figure out how to do this stuff. There's been some weird kerfuffles and things with the Zoom, and I'm not liking it. I was supposed to be able to share the screen, and I haven't been able to do that, and that really bothers me, because I want to share. Hopefully this screen's showing up. I doubt it, but the PowerPoint. Now you can go to the PowerPoint and you can glance through them. I've gone through them already also on the other YouTube channel stuff, so you can go ahead and kind of just get that. I will go over it again later on today. As soon as I figure out how to do this share screen thing, we'll go from there and do that. So anyway, this is Dr. Sean. Just want to give you some updates on like what, hey, look, vocabulary and terminology shows up in everyday life. So again, alopecia, right? He ambulated. So ambulation means to walk. Now you guys are going to do are they ambulatory? That's an activity of daily living. And so you do those kind of like evaluation sets to make sure someone can walk properly. I don't think there's any technical term for smack, but I guess there it is. Anyway, hope you guys are enjoying your day, and keep up the good work. I've seen some of your work, and it's amazingly good. And this is very encouraging for everybody, because it's going to go fast and easy, and it's going to be a good class. So I'm going to get another thing going here in a few minutes, and we'll see from there. Okay, take care. Don't forget the Zoom calls. You don't have to be on. You can watch them later in the recordings, if there is a recording, which there should be. And I'm going to post this one, so we'll have a whole video on this one. Okay, talk to you guys later. Take care. Have a good week. Bye.